I often feel that my love for Habibullah alayhi salatu wasalam is feeble and not genuine.
Is what?
Is feeble and not genuine.
Weevil.
Is feeble and not genuine.
Dweeble. Huh? And?
How can I attain sincere love for Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and enable that love to grow endlessly?
We can never love the Prophet ﷺ the way that he deserves to be loved. Our love will always be feeble and weak and insincere. The minute you think that you are the greatest one loving him and this and that, shaitan is going to overtake you and fool you. What is it that we are doing that is worth to be presented to the majestic presence of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? What is the love to the Prophet ﷺ? Most people, if you ask them what is that love, the love is when you sing naats, you cry. Huh? When you do zikr, you get overwhelmed and that's you cry. Then after that, nothing. Nothing. It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to tell stories about the Prophet ﷺ to sway crowds and then to make people to cry and to be emotional. There are other Muslim groups who have been doing that for 1400 years. They bring up a subject in history, make everyone to cry, yes? Did that change them? It doesn't. For that time only. So, I'm not saying don't have nuts. I'm not saying don't have kawalis. Although in these days, it's too much of that. I'm not saying don't have ilahis. I'm not saying don't sing nasheeds and qasidas. It's okay. But that is only the beginning step. You are talking to me. Hey, you're asking me a question. Why are you not looking at me? Huh? You're asking me now, how do you make your love to the Holy Prophet ﷺ sincere? How do you make your love to anything sincere? You say you love your father, your mother, your husband, your wife, your children. How do you make that sincere? What does that mean? What does that mean? You say. You say you love, let's say. Huh? You need to prove that love. What it means to prove that love? You need to give something. What? From yourself. Good. So you love the Holy Prophet ﷺ. You have the examples of 1400 years. You have the examples of the Sahabe Kiram, the Tabi'in, the Tabi'in, in how they prove their love to him. Which means there's so many different ways, right? 124,000 Sahabis, 124,000 ways to love him. But these days people are not reading up, trying to understand, trying to put into their lives these stories of the Sahabis. They rather read stories of comic book figures, celebrities, movie people, storybook people. So you're asking for genuine love of the Prophet ﷺ. The system has to change. They don't even love the heroes and the warriors of Islam. 1400 years now. In every era, there are people, there are whole empires that show their love to the Prophet ﷺ. Our people, the Muslims, looking at how the last empire of Islam, how they showed their love, that lasted over 600 years. That the conqueror of Istanbul says, I would burn all of Istanbul. This means nothing to me, he says. Ya Rasulullah, it means nothing to me. I would burn Egypt. I don't want anything if I don't get one smile from you. I just want one smile from you. Which means that everything that they're doing now is for the pleasure of that Prophet ﷺ. So you live your life. You must have a close relationship to that Prophet ﷺ through awliya Allah, through the sheikhs. They will teach you. You just reading books. People don't read books anymore. They watch videos and they Google. This is the extent of their knowledge. Religious and spiritual things, same thing. But when you have the opportunity to sit with such people, they will teach you how to love. Now, people in 1400 years, they have all shown their love one way or another, the Muslims have. The Muslim Empire, the last and the greatest one, the Ottoman Empire, the whole empire was set up because of the love of the Prophet ﷺ. That even the Padishahs, the most powerful people in the empire, they were writing love letters to the Prophet ﷺ and putting it in his Rawza Sharif. That today, these square-headed shaitanic Wahhabis, they are saying, look, this is shirk. This is what their sultans were doing. This proves that they are shirk because he's writing love letters to the Prophet, praising the Prophet and putting it in his grave as if he is alive, that he's going to read it. But this is showing now how close they felt. Now, so you have to take something out from yourself. You have to give something from yourself. According now, when you have guides, the guides are going to tell you, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. You cannot now drop everything and try to become a Sahabi. This is what the trick of this past century is. They bring you all the way back to 1400 years, and you feel that you want to be like that, but you cannot. You're trapped in every way. So most people, they just give up. They become Wahhabi, 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 2 years, they give up because they cannot carry it too. But the Muslims, I don't like to use the word evolve, but the Muslims evolve. They change. The asas, the the roots of the religion never change, but the tree, it grows and grows and grows. And it will fit into Islam will fit into every country, into every situation, into every year, into every zaman, until Judgment Day. So, you want your love to be a little bit more sincere? Follow those who love the Prophet ﷺ. Follow those who are living the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ. And follow those who ask you no fee and they're teaching you how to live that lifestyle step by step. Not to swallow everything, not to rush also, step by step. Because it is a commitment. But once you start doing that, you think you love the Prophet? Huh? We don't love him. He loves us. You think we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What kind of love? What good are we? Allah loves us. So, be with those ones who love him, and they will teach you. Be with those ones who love him sincerely, and that they are still continuing his mission, not just to say, oh, he used to eat like this, sit like this, wear this. No. It's more than that. Not just teaching him also about his lifestyle, but teaching you now, where do you go now with this lifestyle? Right now in this world, what else do you have to do? What is the mission of the Prophet ﷺ? That is still in this world, that it has to come. It has to come to light. We need to understand and discover those secrets. Hold on tightly, because there will be other challenges. Then the challenges that come to you, they may be very small, mundane. They may be very basic. They may be because you have a fight with someone, or your child is like this, or your mother is like this. Very small. It's not. And if you're able to control all of that confusion, you'll be okay. Don't let all those small things also to derail you. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Ya Allah, forgive me and bless you, inshallah. As much as enough. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, afiyat olsun. As much as enough.